Hashem saw the world was finally ready for man, the air in the sky for man to breathe, the water in the rain clouds was ready to come down upon the oceans. The water would run down the mountains and make rivers that give man water to drink, and bring water to the earth to grow food, vegetables, and fruit for man to eat. The animals and fish were all in their right places, ready for man to eat, and make clothes from the skins. The world was ready. Man was the last item left for Hashem to create. Hashem said to his servants, his angels, "Let us make man." Why did Hashem speak to the Malachim, the angels, in this way, as though they could help Hashem? Actually, when Hashem made the birds on the 5th day, the angels grew arrogant, and they said, "We are greater than the birds." Hashem wanted to teach the angels a final lesson, so that when Hashem said he wanted to make man, he said to the angels, "Come, let us make man, and we will see who is truly great." And of course, the Malachim, the angels, were not able to make man. They couldn't even make a fly or an ant. And Hashem wanted to show them they could not create anything. Only Hashem himself was able to create from nothing. Hashem turned to the earth and invited the earth to help him make man. But Hashem did not need help from the earth, so why did he ask for help? Hashem wanted every part of creation to give a part of itself to making man's body. Then Hashem would give his part, the neshama. When man really wants to do teshuvah, everyone wants to help. All the angels, all the stars and planets, every part of planet Earth had given something to make man, and so they all ask Hashem to have rachamim on this person, to have mercy on him, because they all have a portion in him and love man and want him to come back to Hashem. How did Hashem create man? Hashem chose the most important place, the most Kaddish place in the entire universe, to create the one thing that was more important than everything else Hashem created till now. More important than all the galaxies, all the stars, more important than planet Earth. Hashem chose the very spot which was the highest place in the world. The exact same spot that one day would become the place Hashem will rebuild the Meis HaMikdash. And one day it would be the home for the Luchais that Hashem gave us at Har Sinai. This mountain is called Har HaMoriah. It was the 6th day of creation. Hashem had made the animals that very same day, and now Hashem turned to all the Malachim and the earth and the angels and said, Na'aseh Adam b'tzalmeinu kidmuseinu. Let us together make man. Let us make him like us, so that he can speak. He will be completely different to everything I created till now. V'yirdu b'tgas hayam, because he will be the ruler over the fish in the sea. Uva'oif hashamayim, he will be ruler of the birds in the sky. Ubabahema, and he will rule the animals. Uvachol haaretz, and he will be ruler over everything on earth. Uvachol haremes, haremes ala haaretz, and man will be the ruler over all creatures that crawl on the land. This was amazing, because everything Hashem made till now, Hashem never once gave the reason why he made that thing. And now Hashem was telling all his messengers, all the Malachim, and all planet Earth, that he was putting man in charge of everything. Man was so important. Hashem was giving him power over all his creation. Man was more important than all the planets in space. Man was more important than the deep oceans that cover planet Earth. And man was more important than all the mountains, the valleys, the deserts, the forests. More important than the wind, the skies, the clouds, the rain. He was more important than all the animals, fish, birds, and insects, because all of these were created for man. Hashem told the Malachim that Adam would be made with a brain that can think for himself. And in the brain, Hashem would put a neshama, a soul that would always know that Hashem is the real king of the universe. If man would listen to his neshama, Hashem will make man ruler over the entire world. But if man would listen to the Yetzer Hara, Hashem will make the world rule over him. Some of Hashem's servants were excited. They expected man to do great things. They expect him to act with kindness and become a tzaddik. But other Malachim were not so sure. They were afraid that man would not tell the truth, that he might steal, or serve avodah zarah, or even worse, get into arguments, machlokes, and hate each other. The Malachim argued, was man really good? Or perhaps man was not worth making? Silence, called out Hashem to the arguing Malachim. I have decided to create man anyway. I know he will make mistakes, but I have already prepared the cure for him. I will let him do teshuvah, because I am a God of kindness. Then Hashem gathered earth from that specially chosen spot on Har HaMoriah, and mixed that earth with some water that he took from all the oceans of the world. And then he made the head. Hashem wanted the head to come from the earth in Eretz Yisrael and Har HaMoriah, because that was the most important part of the body. Then Hashem took a bit of earth from the land of Bavel to make man's neck and chest. Next, Hashem took a bit of earth from every continent of the world to shape man's hands and legs. Hashem called the first man Adam because he was made from the Adama, which means ground. Hashem made 2 eyes with which man could see the world. Each eye can see millions of different colors. Then he made eyelids above the eyes to be like shutters. Man is supposed to close his eyes fast and tight when he is not supposed to look at something bad. The eyelids help Adam sleep when he needs to rest to give his body strength to serve Hashem. Above the eyelids, Hashem created eyebrows. They are very important because they catch dust from falling into the eyes and scratching them. See how much Hashem loves and protects us. Hashem gave man a nose with 2 nostrils to breathe in air and enjoy the smell of sweet fragrances, sweet smells. Hashem put the nose just above the mouth so man could smell food before it enters the mouth and make sure the food smells fresh. If the nose would not be in that exact place, a person could eat poison and not realize because he didn't smell it first. Every part of man was created with a perfect reason, and all because Hashem loves his favorite part of creation, Adam. Then Hashem created the mouth with which to eat and drink and say words of Torah and talk to Hashem in tefillah. That's why the mouth is one of the most important parts of man. While Adam's body was still lying on the ground, Hashem asked his malachim, "Into which part of Adam's body should I blow his neshama? Should I blow his neshama into his body through his eyes?" "No," screamed the malachim. "He will use his eyes for looking at Averas." "Shall I blow into him his neshama through his ears?" "No, because he will use his ears to listen to Lashon Hara," screamed the malachim. "Then I will blow his neshama into his nostrils." In that same moment, a wind blew from all directions of the universe. Each wind joined up with the other till they were swirling around in a spiral and shooting downward through the sky like an arrow. The wind was getting faster and faster, and just before it reached the highest point on planet Earth, the wind split into 2 streams, still shooting downward till it reached the exact place where the Beis HaMikdash would one day stand, the very place where Adam was now lying. The 2 streams of wind flew into his nostrils. In that same moment, Adam's body suddenly moved. In the same moment the neshama flew into his nostrils, Adam's heart began pumping blood through the body. One of the jobs of the blood would be to carry all the good parts of food to every part of the body to make man strong. Adam's mouth opened and breathed in its first breath of oxygen, of air. In Adam's mouth, there were 32 teeth to grind food into small pieces so it would not harm his stomach. Hashem placed a tongue in Adam's mouth to move through the mouth and keep it clean. Without a tongue, it would be impossible to talk. Along the tongue are thousands of pimples that are really taste buds They tell the brain the taste of the different foods that man eats, and they give him pleasure. At the end of Adam's mouth are two tunnels. One is the windpipe called the trachea. It lets in air into his lungs and out. The other pipe, the food pipe, is called the esophagus. Hashem made the esophagus for food and drink. Hashem gave man intestines, a long pipe that gets rid of the food that the body cannot use. Hashem made two kidneys on each side of man's heart. Each kidney cleans his blood. Hashem made Adam a skeleton of 248 bones to keep the shape of his body. Hashem had made muscles to hold Adam's bones together. Many of the bones are joined together with joints that let the bones move around and up and down. His neck and spine have joints. Adam's arms and elbows, hands and fingers all have joints. His legs, his knees, ankles, feet and toes all have joints. The most important job of Adam's spine is to bow to Hashem. The most important job of his feet is to take his body to places of Kedusha, special holy places like yeshiva to learn Torah, or to a Beis HaKnesses, a shul to daven to Hashem, or visit a sick person and do other mitzvahs. The most important use of the hands is to hold a siddur and a chumash and mishnah and gemara, so one can learn Torah and use the hands to give tzedakah to the poor, to do acts of chesed, kindness for others. While still lying down, Hashem passed in front of Adam's eyes the neshamas of all the tzaddikim who would be born from Adam. Adam saw the neshama of Noach, Avraham Avinu, Sarah Imenu, Yitzhak and Rivka, Yaakov and Rachel and Leah, and Yosef HaTzadik, Moshe Rabbeinu, Aaron HaKohen, David HaMelech, and all future kings of Bnei Yisrael, and all other tzaddikim who would be born till Mashiach comes. Hashem said to Adam, Adam, if you listen to all I command you, you will live forever, and you will be the Rabbi of all these great neshamas. But if you do not listen to me, all these great neshamas will have to come to this world to fix your mistake, and then they will be greater than you. Last of all, Hashem opened Adam's eyes. Adam saw a great, bright light. But this light was not from the sun. It was the bright light Hashem made on the first day of creation. With this special light, Adam could see all the invisible powers Hashem created in the universe. Adam saw all the malachim around him. He could actually see the invisible force keeping all the planets from falling away from each other, a force that we call gravity. Adam could actually see sound waves going across the skies. These were the sounds made from every bird, every animal. The sounds would get weaker and weaker, but Adam could actually see them traveling through the air. Adam stood up and was so tall he could see from one end of the world to the other. Adam's body itself was so bright, it was more bright than the sunshine. Hashem had made Adam with bris milah. His body was made perfect with nothing to improve. Adam seemed so perfect. Even the malachim, the angels, began singing songs of praise about Adam. Man was so strong, there was no animal that was stronger than him. Adam was now fully awake. His nostrils began breathing in oxygen around him. Then his lungs began pumping the oxygen into the rivers of blood called bloodstreams. All the different parts of Adam's body began working. Hashem had completed the first man, Adam HaRishon. Hashem had made Adam's mind so perfect, Adam could look at anything around him and figure out the exact letters of the Aleph base that Hashem had used to make that thing. Adam, called out the voice of Hashem, your job is to work the land. Work the land? What did Hashem mean? Adam looked up at the skies and saw the rain clouds moving above him by the force of the wind. Adam looked down and saw 4 great rivers Hashem made to bring waters from the mountains to the lowlands, where the cows and sheep would eat the grass and turn the grass into milk and wool. But Adam noticed that there was no grass anywhere. There were no plants, no flowers, not even any trees. Where were they? Hashem had made them on the 3rd day of creation. All the grass, plants, flowers, trees were waiting inside the ground. They were all waiting for something. But what were they waiting for? Adam thought and thought and thought about this until he realized what was missing. Rain. The earth needed rain to give water. Water would fall down the mountains, fill the rivers, feed the ground, and grass would then grow. But how would the rain come down from the rain clouds? Again, Adam looked at the rain clouds, and now he knew what work Hashem meant. Hashem wanted Adam to daven, pray for the rain to come down. That was the meaning of the word avodah, work. Adam prayed for rain, and a moment later, Adam felt something fall on his skin, the skin of his head, and he looked up. Another something fell on him, this time on his face. It was wet. Can you guess what it was? Yes, water. The first drops of rain were falling in answer to his tefillah, to his davening. Now the grass, plants, and beautiful flowers of all shapes and sizes grew out from the ground. Trees grew around him everywhere. Adam stood up and looked around. He was amazed by what he saw. The sun shining bright in the sky above, the clouds carrying rain, the mountains rising high into the clouds, the oceans and the land, the trees and plants and flowers, so many shapes, so many sizes, so many beautiful colors. Oh, it was so wonderful. Be careful, Adam, warned Hashem. See how beautiful the world is. I created all this just for you. Be careful not to destroy it. If you use my beautiful world to serve me, all of creation will have been worth creating. But if you do not listen to my commandments, I will destroy the world. I only made it for you and your children. Every kind of animal came to Adam to receive its Hebrew name. Adam stared closely at each animal, and after he studied its purpose in the world, Adam decided which letters in the Aleph base would make up the name of this animal. But after Adam finished giving them all names, Adam was sad, very sad. He felt extremely lonely because he was the only one able to speak the language of all these animals. But none of them knew how to speak his language, Lashon HaKodesh. All the animals were created with partners, but Adam was alone. He had no partner. Hashem saw his loneliness and then called out, Lo tov heyos Adam levadoi, eyase ezer kenegdoi. It's not good for man to be alone, so I will make him a partner. If man tries to be a tzaddik, then his partner will help him. But if he does not try hard enough to be a tzaddik, his partner will turn against him. In that moment, a deep, deep sleep fell upon Adam. While he was asleep, Hashem opened Adam and removed one of his ribs. Now Adam was left with 12 ribs. With this rib that Hashem removed, Hashem built the body of the first woman. Then Hashem opened Adam's eyes, and he awoke and saw the Shekhinah. He saw Hashem's bright light all around a lady standing in front of him. And Adam immediately understood that she was a gift from Hashem. Hashem was bringing her to him to be married. Then Hashem called upon the Malachim to play the most amazing music and sing the most wondrous songs. One Malach, especially wonderful, had 1,000 heads, and each head had 1,000 tongues, and each tongue was able to sing 1,000 different tunes. The music this one Malach sung was greater than any human could sing. It was such beautiful music that any neshama that would hear it would want to leave the body it's in and return to Hashem. Then Hashem called to the sun and the moon and all the stars in Shemayim to dance for Adam and Chava. Hashem blessed Adam and Chava himself. No wedding was ever so beautiful. Even till today, at every Jewish wedding, we actually bless the chassan and kala, that they should be as happy as Adam and Chava were at their wedding in Gan Eden. Hashem was so happy. This was the most important day of creation, because everything Hashem had made in the entire universe was really just for Adam and Chava. Hashem was so excited. He knew that if Adam wanted, he could become a great tzaddik who teaches all the other people how to become a tzaddik, just like him. And now Adam had a special partner to work together. This was the 6th day of creation, and Hashem counted the beginning of the universe from this day. This was the most important day, the day man was made, the day all the rest of creation found the reason they were made, to serve Adam. Would Adam and Chava become the tzaddikim they were meant to be?